I'm your facilitator for this session. I'm Lihan Yares of the Ateneo School of Government. And I'm here to introduce our storyteller. I'll just start from how I knew her. She came into the School of Government as a program assistant and a new graduate of the Ateneo de Manila. So program assistant. And then after a year, bigla na lang nag-resign siya. And then after another year, I heard, wow, she's the president now of Rags to Riches. Anyway, you know that story when she tells her story. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you Miss Reese Fernandez.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes, so thank you for the introduction, Ma'am Abby. Before we think of anything else of why I resigned at baka bigla akong nag-disappear, actually, I was working under the School of Government in Youth Leadership and Social Entrepreneurship. So that was my department during that time. So during the course of learning more about social entrepreneurship, we were also working on this, well, then project called Rags to Riches, which is also a social business enterprise. So I guess it was my personal goal also to want to be a practitioner and at the same time share what I know to the people that we were teaching that time. But it ended up na sobrang daming nangyari sa Rags to Riches, so I had to leave. But I'm still working with them every now and then. So Rags to Riches is my full-time job now. I'm here to share to you the story of how simple things and the things that we usually take for granted becomes something of more value, and people from all over the world could see that the value of small things, the value of simple things, and most especially the value of what Filipinos can offer the world. It's just a quick survey first. Medyo nakabahan ako. Ito si Father Ben. Sorry. Um, uh, Quick survey first. Sino na pong nakarinig about Rags to Riches? In this room, sino na pong nakarinig? And okay. Alright, so you may have heard this story already. Hopefully it's fresher now because we have lots of other things in store for you. So lots of other surprises, and it has gone a long way. So we're now officially 2 years and a month, 2 years and 2 months old, almost, Rags to Riches. So for a brief history, it started with this place. Are you guys familiar with this place? It's Payatas. For all you know, it's a different dump site. But the most popular dump site in the Philippines is, yes, Payatas. It's one of the biggest, in fact. And there are lots of people living around this dump site, almost 60,000 of them. So madami, doing odd jobs, scavenging, different roles, different jobs here in Payatas. Now, 10 to 15 years ago, scraps of cloth from factories were deposited here. So if you could feel your clothes, they came from factories. Some are from the Philippines, actually a lot are from the Philippines. And the retazos, yung mga pinagtabasan, they go here to the dump site before, 10 to 15 years ago. And so, being Filipinos, very enterprising, some women there found a solution to actually create a business out of the scraps of cloth. So I'm not sure if all of you are familiar with this kind of basahan, but it's the rectangular one, the one that's woven with different colors. That's the one that they used to make in Payatas. Actually, they still make it now. But after some time that they created these scraps of cloth into basahan, some middlemen also came. So meron ding mga tao na nakaisip na why not also take advantage of this business opportunity? So it's another business opportunity for a lot of other people. So what happened was, instead of this scraps of raw materials going straight to the dump site, some group of middlemen got them straight from the factories, sold them to another set of middlemen, who sold the scraps to another set of middlemen, and finally would land on the hands of the nanays. So before, what used to be free, may puhunan na. Meron na silang kailangan bayaran just to create these scraps, these rugs. And to make things worse, the nanay who would create all of these rugs for the whole day wouldn't have a market. So another set of middlemen would come and buy the rugs from them. So the middleman would usually say, this is the worth of your basahan. And of course, the nanay, na walang access to the market, would just say, okay, I will buy that. I will sell that to you. So at the end of the day, The nanays who create these rugs, they could make around 6 to 8 a day, would earn only 1 to 2 pesos per rug per day. So that's not a lot, and in fact, that's not a lot at all, not enough for a family of 5 and growing by the year. So this was a big social problem that we saw in Payatas. Just to virtually introduce you to all of our co-founders, board of directors, the one here, the one with glasses, is Father Javi. Father, he used to be a brother before, Jesuit priest, right now, Father Javi Alpasa. Payatas was his apostolate during that time, and he was teaching catechism and also taking care of the mothers in Payatas. And we were a group of young professionals who came together and saw that there is an opportunity here. So from different fields actually, yung iba pumunta because they wanted to help. I've been going there since I was in college because I was also doing work for Gawad Kalinga. So having that exposure every now and then to what the problem is and what the solutions are. So we went there to Payatas and saw that, hey, this social problem is just unacceptable. It's very disturbing. So we know of a lot of disturbing things. But how many times can we actually solve them? So this was one time when we saw an opportunity that young professionals, group of business people who have that orientation could actually come together and create a social business enterprise. So it started with 8 passionate people, 3 enterprising women from Payatas, a common foot rug, and around 10,000 pesos. So just a short story about this 10,000 pesos. Because Father Javi was a teacher also. So there's one student who usually sits at the back, and then akala ni Father Javi, parang walang epekto pa, yung mga immersion, yung mga tinuturo niya about theology, about all service and everything. But at the end of his 4th year, he donated his entire graduation gift for an initiative that should be started in Payatas. So his name is actually Jeremy Ko. He's at the end, the one in white. So Rags to Riches was born. As it's a social business enterprise that's in partnership with the women of Payatas, profitably earning for the entire community. Payatas right now, the group of women is organized into a cooperative. And the cooperative is also a shareholder in Rags to Riches Incorporated. So the first step that we did was link the mothers straight to the market. So that was before. Nung parang medyo project pa lang siya. This was our first bazaar our first high-end bazaar in Intercon Hotel. So of course, obviously, when we linked the mothers straight to the market, taking out all of those middlemen, the nanays earned more. So yan sila in Intercon Hotel. So for the first 2 hours during our bazaar, we had an unmanned booth because they were hiding behind the rugs. Takot sila. Sabi nila, ang yayaman naman ng mga to, parang ang dami nilang pera. Ang gaganda ng suot nila, tataas ng hair nila. Bakit kaya ganon? So, they were shy, they were scared. But after a while, when the Donyas really came, lumapit, hinahawakan yung mga rugs nila, wow, this could actually fit my Zen-inspired house or my Caribbean-inspired house. They suddenly emerged. And sabi niya, gawa ko po yan. And it was one of the very few times that the nanays would connect herself to what she's making. So there is an understanding that yung ginagawa ko maganda, galing sa akin yan, ako gumawa niyan with my own hands in my own house. And you find it nice. So this is one step of our empowerment before. But it didn't happen because we went to Payatas and told the nanays, this is what you should do. The theme for this talk is entering each other's worlds. And what we did in Payatas before, well, it's actually a long process, and it still is up to now. We go to Payatas all the time, and we solve the problems with the nanays. It's not that we have a blueprint and show them, this is what you're going to do. I'm the one who's educated, you should listen to me. Because surprisingly, there are lots of things that we can learn from each other. Actually, there are lots of things that we learn from them. So we worked on this together and created this social enterprise together. We even realized together that maybe this is the way to go. High quality. So nung umpisa, we as the young entrepreneurs had the marketing skills, we had the market access, we know the market, we shared that. But the nanays have the expertise, the skills, the way on how to do things. So sabi namin, nag-suggest kami, why not